Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm attempting a puzzle called Flowchart by FullDeck and missing a few cards. I did say that there might be a few puzzles from FullDeck and missing a few cards come in, and this one has jumped to the front of the queue for a couple of reasons. The first one is this one tanked on Logic Masters Germany. I have not looked, but they messaged me this morning to basically say that they posted this one and the puzzle got rated really, really badly. A few people it was rated really well, and then like 3 people came in and just destroyed its rating. I'm curious as to why, so I'm going to try and solve this one, and if this video gets posted, probably will, then I'd be interested to see in the comments below why you think that a few people decided to rate this one so badly that its rating went from I think it was the above 95 down to 80 in I think it was just overnight for them. I'd be very curious to see, or during one day, why that was the case. I'm interested in your opinion of why this puzzle was so bad. I haven't tried to solve it yet. It may be. We'll find out. So this is Flowchart by FullDeck and missing a few cards. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have palindromes. So digits along grey lines read the same forwards as backwards as along the lines. So if this was, for example, 4, 5, 6, this would have to be 4, 5, 6 as well. So the line would read 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4. So whatever goes on these lines must read the same in either direction. Column indexing. Digits placed in red cells indicate the position of the corresponding column number in that row. So if you're familiar with 159 puzzles, basically this is column 1. So the digit that gets placed in here will indicate where the 1 goes in that row. This is actually a clean way of stating it. So for example, if this was a 4, it would mean that the 1 would have to go here because this column number has to be placed in wherever this digit states is indicating where the column number goes in that row. So this is column 6, so whatever goes here is indicating where the 6 goes in that row. Row indexing is the same, where the digit placed in green cells indicates where the position of the corresponding row number goes in that column. So this is row 2. So wherever 2 goes in this column goes here. That's a very clean way of putting it. You've seen me comment on some indexing puzzles recently where they're doing this weird coordinate stuff and it's really hard to read. This is very clean. I like this. I want to steal this because if this was a 4, then because this is row 2, 2 would have to go here. That's really clean. What are the examples they've given? So for the column indexing, if row 2, column 1 were a 6, I said 4, then this would have to be a 1. Then row 2, 6, column, hang on. Then row 2, column 6 would have to be a 1. And for the column indexing, if row 2, column 3 were a 6, then row 6, column 3 would be a 2. Nice. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So is any of this indexed? There's no indexing in this row or this column, so the 2 doesn't do it. There's no indexing in this column. There is in this row, but it's only for the 6 in this row. There's no this is for the 3 in this column. The 1 in this row is indexed. So this is indexing the position in this row. So this is a 7. So this is a 7. Because this is indicating the position of the 1 in this row. Because it's column indexing. I know it feels weird, but what we're saying is the digits placed indicate the position of the corresponding column number in that row. It's a bit weird. So the 7 here is saying that the 1, because the column number is what's being indexed. So column 1, the 1 has to be put in column 7. And that's what's happened here. So this is a 7. So the 6 has to go here because this is indexing column 6. And the 6 has to go in position 7. So this becomes a 6. So hang on, these are palindromes. There's roping going on here. Because these 3 digits are these 3 digits. So these 3 digits are these 3 digits, so they have to be these 3 digits. Oh, I can follow this through. How am I going to color this? when they're, because if I color, for example, if I make all those blue, you can kind of still see them. But this is going to be very tricky to see because those 3 digits are those 3 digits and therefore those 3 digits. Now I can do roping because I know, for example, where do those 3 digits, mark them yellow, where do those 3 digits go in box 9? Well, they're not blue because blue is those 3 digits, and they can't go here because those 3 digits are seen here. So this is yellow, and now yellow in this box can't go here or here, so these are yellow. So these are yellow. Am I going to be able to go all the way up the grid? These, I don't want to use green. I'm going to use grey, maybe? This is not going well, is it? But these are yellow. I don't know if I can continue up the grid. But I kind of can. Because those digits, I am going to use a green for now. Those digits, maybe I should use letters. But for now, I'm just going to see how far I can rope. Those digits are those digits. So now I'm going to uncolor this yellow. Well, actually, no. I can say, where does yellow go in this box? So these are yellow. So these are something else. Let's mark it as purple. But yellow is yellow is yellow. So I need to put a 9 in these. But I need to put a 1 in these because yellow we know carries over because of this palindrome. So there's a 1 in here and there's a 1 in here. Oh, this is fascinating. But I can't put a 1 here because if I put a 1 here, I'd put a 6 here. Oh no, that does work. This is weird. So there's a 1 in here. A 1 here would put a 1 here, which would put a 6 here. Because that's doing row indexing. But 6 is in here, 7 is in here. Now a 7 here would put an 8 here, which would make this 8, 7. And a 7 here would put a 5 here. I don't know. But I know 9 is in one of these 3, and 9 is in one of these 3. Now 9 here would put 5 here. I really don't know. I also know that there's 1 in one of these. So there's a 1 in one of these. There's a 1 in one of these, and there's 1 in one of these. And these contain 1 and 9, and these contain 1 and 9. 7 doesn't have to be in purple because this doesn't carry all the way. What is going on? But there is also roping up here, which I'm doing with what? Different colors? These are orange, so these are orange. Oh, this is... I don't like this. It's not the puzzle I don't like, it's the coloring. Fortunately, they've used the indexing coloring that is actually visible over highlighting, because now because this is this and this. I am definitely running out of colors. This is a different green, and this is a different blue. So 2 is in here. 2 here would put 5 here, but I don't see why that's a problem. But there's still an entropy trick going on here. Because this is index... This is putting 1... Well, hang on. This has to be 4, 5, or 6. This is putting 1 in this row. This is 4, 5, or 6 because this is putting 1 in this row. This is 1, 2, or 3. It's not 9. This is 4, 5, or 6. So we've got a 4, 5, or 6 in green. Now this is putting 5 in. This is 5. This is 1. But that works. This isn't a 1. This is a 1. So this is a 1. So this is a 5. Because of palindrome, and then this 1 has to be indexed by this. This is a 5. Right. This can't be a 9 because that would make this a 9. This isn't the 9. This is the 9. This is way simpler than I was making it out. There is a 1 and a 9 down here. There's a 1 and a 9 in here. There's a 1 and a 9 in here. There's a 9 in here, but this 9 says that's not the 9. That's the 9. It was way easier than I was making it. Just remember basic Sudoku, BremSter. So this isn't a 9. This isn't a 1. So I can do the same here. This is 1, 2, 3. So it's not 9 because it has to be this. If this was a 9, that would be a 1 and that doesn't work. So this can't be a 9 because this is 1, 2, 3. So that's not a 9. But this is not a 9, but there has to be a 9 in here and that 9 is saying not there. No, click the right thing. This is a 9, which by palindrome makes that a 9, which means that's not a 9. This is a 1, 2, 3. So one of these is a 6, which I already had. This is cool. I like this. This is absolutely fascinating. But if these are 1... No, that's not in. Oh, that is indexing. Then that becomes a 6, and I think we're okay. If this is a 1, that becomes a 6, and I'm not sure that's a problem either. Now, there's a 5 in one of these. This being a 5 would make that a 6. There's a 5 in one of these. There's no 9 here. The row indexing is going to have to kick in at some point. And these are still just visible. I'm going to get rid of the colouring up here because I can kind of see it in my head. And I think I'm going to get rid of purple and green in here. Because again, I can kind of see that in my head. I'm very tempted to get rid of green and blue down here as well. Because the roping is known. It's the yellow being yellow is the important thing. Because the palindromes are forcing the roping fairly clearly. Now, this is this and therefore this. So this is this and therefore this. And the 6s are giving that to me. But is that restricted? So this is indicating where the 5 goes. But I don't, in the row, but I don't have a restriction on the 5 here. This is indicating where the 9 goes in the column. Wait a minute, this is indicating where the 9 goes in the column. Well, the 9 can go in the 8th position. It can go there. it can't go in 4, 5, or 6. It could go in 1, 2, or 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 8, but it can't be 1 because the 1 is here. So this is only 2, 3, or 8. So the 9 is in one of those 3 spots. Now, if the 9 was here, this would have to be a 2. But if the 9 was here, the 9 would be here. So the 9 would be here and here, because the 9 couldn't go in either of those. 9 here by palindrome. So if this was a 2, no, the 9 can't go there. If this is a 2, this becomes a 9, that becomes a 9, which doesn't work. So this is either 3 or 8, which means this is either 3 or 8. So the 9 is here or here. That's interesting. This is indicating where the 6 goes, which seems less restricted. It's got to be something to do with 9s, I think, because 9 is in one of these 3. Now, if this was a 9, that would have to be a 3. That is not a 9, because this is indexing the 3 in the column. 9 is in one of those 3, but if that was a 9, that would be a 6. No, that works. But 9 here would put 9 here, which would make that 1. But that does work because 1 is in one of those 3. But 9 here and here. Actually, no. 9 makes that 6. And 9 here makes that 1. 1, 6. That seems okay. Oh, this is weird. Now, this can't be 2 or 3, because this 1 here is put 5 here. If this was 2 or 3, I'd have to put 5 in one of these. So this can't be 2 or 3. Hang on, this is 7, 8, or 9. I can't make this 4, 5, or 6. Because if this is 4, 5, or 6, the 5 would have to go in here, and it can't because 5 is up here. This is 7, 8, or 9, and it can't be 9. This is 7 or 8. So this is 7 or 8. Oh, that's cool. So if this is 7, that's 8. If that's 8, it's 8. This is so weird. So this now is saying where the 8 goes. Can that be 8? If that's 8, that is 4, which would make that 4, which would make that 5. Yeah? If these are both 8, if that's 8, that's 9. Oh, wow. The chains here. This is fascinating. So what can these be? Because this can't be another high digit, because these are indexing where the 8 goes. And the 8 has to be in one of these two, because if this is an 8, it's an 8. If that's a 7, that's an 8. So the 8 is in one of those two. Now this roping is here. So the 8 is in one of those two. So the 8 is in one of those two. So this can't be a high digit, because I can't put 8 in any of those. So it's 2, 3, 4, or 5. So this is 2, 3, 4, or 5, which means, well, this can't be a 3 because that would put a 5 there. So this isn't a 3, this isn't a 3. So 5 is in one of those. 5, 5 would mean that's a 2. But if this is 5, 5, if this is 5, that becomes a 5, which puts an 8 there. This is 2, 2. We end up with There's 5. If this is 2, 2, this becomes 5, 8. If this is 4, 4, this becomes 5, 8. Hang on. 8 has to be down here. I can't make that a 2. So this can't be a 2. So 5 is in one of those two. Yeah. So with 5 being in one of those two, 5 is in one of those two, and 5 is up here with the 6, but not here. This is strange. So this, it can be 2, 3, 4. It can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is only 2, 3, or 4. But yellow can't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 9. So this is only 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is only 1, 2, 3, or 4. Because remember, yellow contains the same digits. So this is 2, 3, or 4. This is 2, 3, or 4. But if this is 1, 2, 3, or 4, this is indexing the 6 in the column. So the 6 is up here somewhere. So this is not the 6. Because if this is the 6, this wouldn't be able to index up to here. This would have to be a 7, and I can't put a 7 here. Because the 7 is up here. This is not a 6. Wow! What is going on? There's something fundamental here I have not seen. Oh! How dumb am I? This is a 5, so this is a 6. So this is a 6. Which means this isn't a 4, because then this would have to be a 6. So this isn't a 4. So these aren't 4. This isn't a 4. This is a 1, 2, 3. In fact, it's not a 3, because I can't put a 6 here. This is not a 3. So this is not a 3. So the 1 is in one of those two positions, but I can't put a 1 there because that's a 9. That's the 1. So this is not the 1. This is a 2. No, wait, this is a 1. Sorry, I got that wrong. So this is a 1, which means this is not a 1, which means this is not a 1. This is a 2, 3 pair, but this 1 by palindrome makes this a 1. Of course, it was much simpler than that. This is the 6, because this is indexing the 6 in the from column indexing. So this is a column, putting the column number here, which puts 6 up here, but 6 is in one of those two because the row indexing is saying the row number has to be in the second or third row. This is not the 5. This is beautiful. 6 is also down here, but in one of those two because the 6 looking up. This is really cool. I'm struggling wrapping my head around it, but it's really cool. There's no 1 here. I'm going to check all my indexing in a minute. So this 2, 3 is putting 6 up here. Okay. This is so strange. Oh, this is bonkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. 6 is up here. If this is a 6, this is a 3. Yeah, not sure that's a problem. Because if this 2, this is a 6, and they index each other. If this is a 3, this is a 6, this is an 8, This is a 9. I don't see a problem there either. Not yet. I will. Maybe. So let's check my indexing. So these are row indexes. The one in this row, well, it can't be 1, 2. I could put 1 here. No, I can't put 1 here. 1 can't go in any of these. Oh, hang on. 1 is not in... Let's look at 1 in this box. 1 can't go here. 1 can't go here because it would reflect... I'm very curious about 1 in this box. Let's use... yellow's a bad colour to use. Let's use grey. Can't put 1 in any of those. Can't put 1 where there's a 2. Can't put 1 here, it would reflect to here and see a 1. Can't put 1 here. Can't put 1... Or can't put 1 here. Because if I put 1 here, that would put a 2 here, and I can't do it. So I can't put a 1 here. So 1 is in one of those. So the 1 in this row, this is indexing a 1. So this can't be 1, 2, or 3. 1, it can't be, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't be 5, 6, or 7. So 1 is here or in those, and it can't be 8. This is a 4 or a 9 only. So this is a 4 or a 9 only. And this is saying where the 6 goes. So the 6 is here or here only. Don't think that helped me as much as I thought it might. 2 in this column. It's there or there. If that's a 2, they're both 3. If that's a 2, I'm not sure. Do I want to do that? I think I might. If that's a 1, that's a 5. So that's not a 1. So 1, oh no, I couldn't do it that anyway. So 1 is in here with 6. If that's a 1, that's a 3. 1 is in here with 6. Holy cow. You can see... So these are 4 and 9. Now remember, there's roping going on here. So those digits are those digits. So if this is 9 and 9, this becomes 1, 6, and that becomes 9. Then that becomes 6. But I don't like chaining too much like that. If this is a 3, that becomes a 9. Those both become 4. So that becomes 1, that becomes 6. That being a 6 makes that a 3. Which makes both of those 2. Which makes that a 6. Hang on, was that a conflict? Which makes that a 6. Which makes that a 3. Hang on a minute. Three, 9, 4, 4, 6. 6. 3, 3, 6. Let me demonstrate what I think I've just seen. And if this doesn't break, if I make this a 3, this becomes a 9. That makes both of these 4. The 4 here makes this a 6, which makes this a 6 by palindrome. The 6 here by row indexing makes this a 3, which makes both of these 2. Now this 2 makes this a 6. Oh, no, that's right. But this 3 makes this a... Hang on. Okay, no, I didn't see that. But that is broken. Because I end up with 3s in those. Because if this is a 3, this is a 9. I didn't see that right. I don't want to use it. I think that is broken, but I don't want to use it. Because what I saw didn't break. This is a tricky puzzle. I was warned this was tricky, although I think I'm missing something. Where does 8 go? No? So, there's something about the way these palindromes work. Because 7, 7 makes these 1 and 6, which is weird. And these are weird as well, I think, because these are putting the same digit. So 4 here makes this 8, and 7 makes this 8. So it's offsetting those. So 4, 8. So 8 and 8. Hang on. If this is 8, and this is 8, this becomes 8, 5. So this would be... Oh, good God. How does that all work? 8, 8, 5, 4, 4. 4 here makes... This chain is weird. If this is 8, this becomes 8. 8 here makes this 5, which makes that 4, which makes that 8. But we started with 8, 8. So if this is 8, this is 8. 8 here makes this 5, which makes this 4, which makes this 8. And that doesn't work. These can't be 8. They have to be 7. 7 here makes that 8, which makes that 8. Seven here makes this 5, which does make that 4, which makes that 4, which makes that 5. 4 here makes that 8. So this is 2 or 3. None of that was row indexing, though. So there's a 7, 8. So there must be an 8 down here, which I had. There must be a 7, 8. This is 2 or 3. So I know this is the 5. So this is 4, 5, 6. But this roping doesn't necessarily carry up there, I don't think. This is so strange. 1, 5, 7, 5. 1 is self-indexing. 5, 1 is indexing. 7 is putting the 8 there. 4 is putting the 8 there. 7 is putting the 6 there. 1 is putting 6 there. 4 is putting 5 there. 7 is putting 1 there. 3 or 8 is putting 9 there or there. 4 or 9 is putting 1 there or there. What is these? This is a quadruple. 2, 3, 6, 8. So the 8 is here, which it could be, I think, which would put 8 there, which would put 5 there. That doesn't work. I can't put 8 there. There's no 8 there. 2 there would put 8 there, or there, or there. Well, I can't put 8 there. This isn't a 6. 8 is in one of those two. This is a 1, 8 pair. This is the 6. Holy cow. So this is the 6. A 6 here is putting 2 there, which is putting 2 there. So now the yellow is 1, 2, 9. So this is 1, 2, 9. There's no 1 there. There's no 9 there. In fact, there's no 2 in either of those. That's the 1, that's the 9, that's the 2. This is a 3, 8 pair. So this is 3, 7, 8. This is the 3. This is the 3. The 9 is being indexed by that. So that's the 8 and that's the 3. That looks like making that the 1 and that the 8. This is not the 1. This is not the 1. This is gorgeous. It's tricky, but gorgeous. And now I've done all of this roping. So I can select all of the yellow and make it go away. This is absolutely stunning. So this is 2 or 3, which is indexing the 5, and the 5 can't go there. So that's the 5, that's the 2. This is the 2 indexing the 8, which is holding true. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 9. These are 3, 4, and 9. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 8. And the 8 makes this the 5 and this the 8, which holds true by palindrome. Thank you. And these are 1 and 6. No, they're not. They're not 1 and 6 at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 7. So these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 3 and 4. So this is 3 or 4. Five makes this 4, which makes this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 8. So these are 3, 4, 8. Must contain an 8. There's no 8. This is 3, 4. There's no 8 there. This is the 8. These, well, the 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. So this is the 1, 7. There's no 1 there. That's the 1, which is indexed by the 9, taking the 9 out of there. So this is 3, 4. This is putting a 7 in the column, either there, no, there, but this can't be a 3. Because if this is a 3, hang on a minute. This is saying where I'm putting 7. Sorry, this is saying where I'm putting 3 in this column. This is saying where I'm putting 3 in this column. If this is a 3, that's a 3. If this is a 3, if this is a 4, that's a 3. This is a 3. So this is not a 3. 4 or 9 is where I'm saying putting 6 in this column, and there's already a 6 in the column. That's the 4, that's the 9 row. Holy cow. It's very, I can see why people are getting confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 4 is making that no, I have broken it. I've gotten confused with my indexing at some point. This is correct at this point, though, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, where did I go wrong? I went wrong with my indexing at some point. Probably when I sped up. Like ah, man. Okay, I got wrong. Was it when I made that 7 deduction? Because I was really happy with that 7 deduction. Because I'm good here, right? Yeah. But that 7 deduction had to be correct. Yes. So I sped up at this point. So the 7 here is making this the 8, which makes this the 8. So let's not speed up. What I did is I got too fast. Now the 7 here, now I made a deduction about this then. So let's slow down. I think I got ahead of myself. Because this is now saying where the 8 goes. It's in one of those two. This is 4 or 5. This is saying where the 5 goes. Maybe I leapt ahead there when I shouldn't have. This is saying where the 8 goes in this row. I think I made a bad deduction here. Because why did I say that had to be 4? These are 2, 3, and 4. This is 2, 3, or 4. This is saying where the 6 goes. That's all still good. This is saying where the 9 goes. That 7 deduction was good. This is now 167 by Sudoku. Okay, I got ahead of myself and messed up. I think I made a bad deduction here. I'm curious still as to why this puzzle started at a high rating and then tanked very quickly when only like 3 people jumped in. Okay, 7. There is roping in here. So these are all the same. So 7 and 8 are in here, and 7 and 8 are in here. So 7 is in here. There's no 7 here. There's no 8 here. And 8 is in here. 5, 6 is in here. 5, 6 with 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 with 2, 3, 4. 6 is in one of those two. I don't know how to carry this roping up, though. These are the same digit. So was it this? This can't be 1. If this is 2, this is 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So if this is 2, this is 5. If this is 3, this is 5. If this is 4, this would be 5, which it can't be, because this is 167 by Sudoku. So this is not 4. 5 would make that 5, which would make that 8. That's fine. And 8 would make that 5, would make that 8, which would be fine as well. 2, 3, 5, 8. Okay, I don't see a problem there. So I got ahead of myself, and it always freaks me out when that happens. Wait a minute, this is a 2, 3, 4 triple. So these are 8. 8 makes that 9. This is not an 8. These are 2, 3, 4, 5. These being 8, what does that do? 8 makes that 9. 9, 9, that's not done much. It means that's not 9. Puts 9 up here for sure. Makes this a 1 for certain. And this is a 2 or a 3. Means this isn't a 1. 1 is in one of those two. Because this can't be a 1. So this can't be a 1. If this was a 1, this would be a 2. This can't be a 1. This is a 6 or a 7. Which is putting 3 here or here. So this is not a 3. So this is not a 3. These are 2 and 4. 3 is in one of those two. It's probably a weird Sudoku thing going on there. If those are 3, that's 3 and that's 3. 4, 4. Oh, hang on, 8. This is saying where the 8 goes. This is 4. So this is 4. Is this right? This is what I had last time. Yeah, it is correct. And 4 here means this is 5. So this is 2, 3. I'm just not doing it wrong this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5. So these are 4, 5. This isn't 8. This is 2, 3. So this is 2, 3. I'm going to get rid of yellow again now. Actually, no, I'm not, because only when I get this digit am I going to do that. There's no 5 here. There's no 8 here. These are really weird. You get these down to these strange pairs. So now it's all got to be what's going on up at the top. So this is saying where 3 goes in the column. This is saying where 3 goes in the column, which is one of those two. This is saying where 6 goes in the row, which is there or there. This is saying where 5 goes in the row, which is one of those two, there or there. I still missed something. Hang on, this can't be a 6. If that's a 6, that would have to be a 3. And then that would have to be a 3, which would make that a 1. And that being a 1 would make that a 2. Hang on, what did I just start saying? If this is a 6, that's a 3, because that's indexing this. If that's a 6, that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 1. And if that's a 1, that's a 2, and that doesn't work. This is not a 6. This is a 6. So this is a 6. 6 here is saying that the 2 in the column is here, making this a 2. So this is a 4 and this is a 4. 1, 9, 2. 1, 9 goes with 2. Now I can get rid of the yellow. This is not 2 or 4, it's 3. This 2 makes this 3. This is 3. This is 3. The 4 looks down, making that 5 and that 4. I feel better about this, I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have continued roping. There's no 5 here, there's no 4 here, there's no 6 here. I can get rid of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no 3 here, there's no 7 here, there's no 8 here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 7, 8 go into there. There's no 8 there. There's no 3 there, there's no 7 there, and I can get rid of those. Now this 6 made this 3, this 6 made this 2. This is actually a triple. I can take 3 out of here. Is this 2, 5, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 2, 5, 8. And these, there's no 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Now, this is saying where the 6 goes. So that's the 4. So there's no 4 here. So this is 3 or 9 only by palindrome. And this is saying where the 3 goes in the column, and it can't be a 9. That's the 3, that's the 3, that's the 9. There's no 3 here. So this is saying where the 8 goes in the row. So it's there, there, or there. The 3 makes that the 7, which makes that the 8, which makes that the 3. Four makes this 4, which makes this 1, which makes this 7, because this is indexing the 1 position in the row. This is not the 1. 4 is up here, but it's not there. So 4 is in one of those two. This is so weird. This isn't the 2 because of the given 2. This is 2, 5, or 8, but it's not 2 because I can't put there. This is 5 or 8. So there's a 5, 8 pair. That's a 2, which makes this a 2. This is saying where the 5 goes in the row. So this becomes the 5, making this the 5, making this the 8. This is saying where the 8 goes in the row, making this the 8. Making this the 7, this the 3, this the 8. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9, and I've already got a 9 in row 1. So this is the 3, this is the 9. The problem I did last time is I raced ahead. These are 1 and 7. The 7 makes this the 1 and this the 7. This is a triple now. Well, there's no 9 here, so this is the 9. Let's do this pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I've got an 8 here, making that the 7 and that the 8. This triple, there's no 1 here, so this is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 4 here. There's no 5 here. There's no 6 here. So there's got to be indexing. 7 is giving me the position of the 5 in this row. So this is the 5. So this is the 6, this is the 4. That looks like making this the 6, this the 5, this the 4, and that is the correct solution to the puzzle. 41 solves in 22 days. I liked this puzzle. Now, the problem I had is after I figured out these 7s, I then raced ahead with a bad deduction. Now, I don't know it was an immediate bad deduction, but somewhere it's like, oh, I've got the flow of this now, and I went ahead without checking my logic. And that was a fault of BremSter. The puzzle was incredibly clever, figuring out the way that these little palindromes, particularly with the roping, and you could use roping with multi-directional indexing, flicking cards all over the place. I've got to do something with that with the thumbnail. But yeah, maybe something to do with a misdeal or anything because of the way that I did the I've been playing a lot of cards recently. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this one. Please leave comments below as to whether you think this deserved to be tanked. I mean, sometimes puzzles aren't good. I've been making a lot of bad puzzles recently that have just been bad. I don't know. Feel free, please leave comments below as to what you think. I enjoyed this one. And yeah, I really did. Did I struggle with it? Yeah, but that doesn't mean it was a bad puzzle. I enjoyed it. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm interested to see what people think. And as always, good luck with your solving.